If you want to see my first ever BeautyBay order, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène, and yes, we're getting into this BeautyBay box today, and I am so excited to share this with you because I am actually pretty jazzed about my experience with BeautyBay, and I wanted to tell you about it. And no, it is not sponsored. I am just super happy with what has happened with the experience and the purchase and everything else. Just for some background, I have heard of BeautyBay for some time now, especially from European YouTubers. Paulina Beauty is one of them. Angelica Nyqvist is another one of them. As a matter of fact, I heard her talk about BeautyBay in a video just this morning. And I thought, let me just take a look at what this site is. And I was pleasantly surprised. They have sales, their shipping to Canada is $8 USD. No, it was $8 Canadian, actually, pardon me. Everything on the site was in my currency, which is fantastic. And I could not help but get some things on the site, especially from a few brands that are either super expensive for me or hard to get because the shipping and the cost, US dollar conversion, everything is just overwhelming. And I was really happy with what I was able to select. So new brands and brands that are difficult for me to access, I was able to get through BeautyBay, and I'm pretty happy. Now, I have not opened anything. We are going to open everything together. All I did was open up the box. That's it. I don't know if anything is broken. I don't know if anything is missing. I know nothing. We are just going to go through the box together. Okay, so first off, I have the description of everything in the box. That is good. And based on what I could see, I think that everything is in there, but we will have to double check this list. So let's see what happens. And for context for shipping and all that, I'm just going to say I'm in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And so sometimes ordering things from the US, the shipping is atrocious. And of course, ordering anything from elsewhere in the world is also atrocious. So for me to be able to get a bunch of things shipped to me for $8 Canadian is astounding. It's so good. Some American companies will give us free shipping to Canada if it's over a certain amount. The recent Makeup Geek order that I unboxed on this channel, that was the case. That's why I ordered so many singles, was to get to that threshold so I wouldn't have to pay crazy shipping. But I digress. Let's get to the first brand. And this one I was kind of shocked and super happy to see. And that was a whole bag, hopefully you can see, of Sugarpill. I have been stalking the Sugarpill website, the US site, for a long time, and I just could not pay $10 US per shadow plus crazy shipping. Here, not only did I only pay full price for, I think, 2 of them, because those are 2 colors that I really wanted, but they were on sale, a significant sale. Okay, I just took them out of the bubble packaging so I don't accidentally drop one. So let's go with the odd one out. I did pick up a Sugarpill loose pigment. I wanted to try out what this is, and it looks like a ton of product. It's 3 grams or 0.1 ounce. Just going to open it up. It just looked intriguing to me, and it is a deep red, which I am a fan of. If you have watched this channel, you would know that. And it is a very deep red. It looks so neat. Let me see if I can do a swatch. Oh, it reminds me of one of the reds in the Queen of Hearts palette from Colored Rain. I've never used a loose pigment like this before, so I'm really curious. So that's what it looks like. I won't swatch everything, but I'm just swatching this because a loose pigment I think is hard to see unless you spread it out. Oh, that is beautiful. I'll do a full swatch video of everything Sugarpill, but this one I felt like merited the swatch. Okay, for the pressed pans of Sugarpill, I only paid full price for one of them, and that is a yellow called Butter Cupcake, and I really wanted that one. If I was going to have Sugarpill eyeshadows, I really wanted the yellow. And all of the other ones I paid between $8.50 Canadian and $11.50 Canadian, which to me is amazing. And a lot of them are colors that I really, really wanted. So one of them is Arsenic. And if you know my love of yellow and greens, this would be no surprise. And then a few greens and blues. I picked up Mochi, Hypnotic, which really has me intrigued. I think it's a gorgeous color. It's not quite matte. There's a bit more to the color. Kimchi, which I'm happy to have. It's a gorgeous blue. I don't wear much blue, but I think that one I will. And this one I love, Velouria. It's beautiful. And two more colors that I think I can maybe even use as blush as well. And this one is Suburbia and Tokyo. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them all out of their packages and just show you all of the pans once they're in a magnetic palette. Okay, I have transferred them into this magnetic palette from Tarte. These are the magnetic palettes where I tend to keep my indie singles. And here are the 8 shadows that I decided to get. And I cannot wait to play with these. I am super excited and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So that is it for Sugarpill. Next, there was a product that was less than a third of the original price and it just looked so neat. And it is this loose highlighter by Violet Voss. And if anybody knows this channel, you would have heard me talk about Violet Voss, the Like a Boss palette, and I have another palette that I need to be swatching for you on this channel. So if you want to see that sooner than later, please leave me a comment. And this is just looked like a really interesting product, and I don't know that I would use it necessarily as a highlighter, but I would definitely use it on the eyes. And it's a lot of product. 6 grams, which is quite a bit. Okay, let's open this up. And this is what it looks like, and let's do a swatch of that one. So I'm going to get the sticker off the sifter. Woo! There's a lot of powder. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but yikes. Okay, a lot of powder. Let's see if I can just get it off the cap here. Not really. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm grabbing some loose powder here, and on that same hand, I had, was it Arsenic? What's that name of that shadow? Asylum. Asylum. Let's swatch right over where Asylum was, and I'm going to grab a little bit more highlighter. Oh God, it's gorgeous. This is right up my alley. Oh my God, I can see this with the Sugarpill shadows. Look at this. I really hope it's coming through on camera. That is beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There's not much on the finger left to show you, but I'm hoping that you can see how gorgeous that is. It's like lime green, yellow, and almost like an emerald green in there too. It shifts quite a bit. That is gorgeous. I will definitely wear this on the eye. And the second Violet Voss palette that I have is purples, and a green like this would look so good. I think I got it for $7 and it was regular 35-ish Canadian. So for $7 Canadian, that was amazing. Let me just make sure I'm not lying. How much was it? $7.75. Yeah, $7.75 Canadian for that. I'm so excited. Okay, now we're getting into the bigger stuff. And I have a palette that I have wanted, well, no. I wanted a sister palette to the Ultra Foil palette that I have from Jouer. Let me show you that palette. So this is one of two things that I have from the brand Jouer. And I'm not really attracted to their face products, so I wanted another palette. And this palette is beautiful, and it's all Ultra Foil shadows. But I find myself not using it because I really want to pair it with something else from Jouer. And the site had this one, and this one is the Essential Mattes and Shimmer palette for 37 Canadian, which is a pretty decent price for a Jouer palette. And it looks like this as far as the box goes, and then let's open it up. And it's nice. They show the shadows on the back. And I think it's about the same size as, yes, love it. They are the same size. That's what I was hoping for. And oh, there's a nice animal print on the outside. That warms my heart. I love animal print. And I'm expecting them to be pretty much the same. Yeah, same clasp and same size shadows. So I am planning on using this palette and then topping up with an Ultra Foil from this palette. So I am very, very happy now to have mattes and shimmers from Jouer, as well as the metallic foil finishing touch from the other palette. That is fantastic. Very compact, love it. It checks off something that I have wanted to make sure that I can get the most out of the brand for a while now. So I'm pretty happy. This next one is a brand that I would never have tried if it weren't for a BeautyBay order, and it is a palette from Zoeva. And it's in plastic. Oh, nice. Okay, so it has a sleeve. And this is called the Offline palette. And one thing you may or may not know about me is I am a techie, and I am a Matrix lover. I know the movie by heart, and I have enjoyed the trilogy. So this, out of all of the Zoeva palettes, this is the one that ended up speaking to me. And there were a number of them on sale. And I thought, no, and I kept adding the ones on sale. And I thought, after a while, okay, which one would you really, really use? And this is the one that was right. It was right for the theme, and it was right for the colors. So I'm really happy that I spent the $27 Canadian to get this palette. And let's make sure that's what I got charged. Yes. $27 Canadian, which to me, for an eyeshadow, is pretty good. Oh, it got gouged. It got gouged, but that's not a big deal. So if you see the cream shadow here has a gouge in it, but it doesn't make a difference to me. All of the colors look pretty darn good. As a matter of fact, I think that there are a couple of shadows that look a little bit like some of the Sugarpill shadows that I just got. But I really like the color scheme with the 5 neutrals above and then 5 colorful shadows on the bottom. I think that looks really, really nice. Yeah, I think I can do a lot with this set, and I think that my favorite quad is going to be right here. But we will see. We will see. I'm looking forward to trying Zoeva shadows. I've been curious for a while, and yeah, I think this is a good palette to start with. And $27 for 10 shadows is, I think, is pretty good. So I'm very happy with that. And I do like the sleek packaging. I don't like overly bulky packaging. I don't mind sleek. Okay, this is the last one, and this is a palette that I have been hemming and hawing about for a long time, like 2 years. This is the Dark Edit by Viseart. Pardon me, Dark Mattes, not Dark Edit, Dark Mattes. Dark Edit is a different one. I just need some help opening up the box because otherwise I tear it. I do not know why brands do this notch, I guess to prevent people from opening the package, but when you own it and you rip the box, that's not fun. Okay, so here it is, the reveal. Don't drop anything in. Let's not blind you with the ring light. Now, why did I pick this up? I picked this up to match up with the handful of mini palettes that I have from Viseart. I only have minis. And this is big pans. It was 40% off. No, 30? I'm lying. Hang on. It was over 30% off. And I love it for a few reasons. Number one, I can take the pans out. You'll see now that they allow you to take the pans out of these palettes, which I think is great. And I do love colorful shadows and deep shadows. And very often with a colorful palette, you don't get enough depth to the colors to take care of the outer lid. And sometimes you have to resort to using neutrals. Well, yeah, there's a neutral row on the bottom, but if you take a look at this row and this row, it's pretty deep. And I feel like it's going to extend my ability to use my Viseart shadows. And I really do like mattes. And when I go with color, I do like to use mattes. And so I think that I will make some pretty good use of this palette. Now, the one thing to know about me is that I really do. I have a passion against clear covers. So I am going to be keeping this palette in the box. It's just the way it's going to be, and that's fine. But because it's in the box does not mean it's not going to get used. So that's it. We have an empty box from BeautyBay. I am going to say my first experience was fantastic. First off, the shipping is fast. The shipping is cheap. And the variety of goods on that website is phenomenal. So this is not going to be the first time that I order from BeautyBay. I'm really, really pleased with my experience, and I'm really looking forward to using all of the products that I got. I was so shocked when I saw Sugarpill on there, delighted even. And there are a number of other brands that I covet that are on that site. So at some point in the future, I am sure that I'm going to get something else from BeautyBay. Not for a while. I have a lot to play with. But for sure, at some point in the future, maybe in 2021, but BeautyBay will be on my list. So that is it from me. Those were my purchases from BeautyBay. Let me know what you think of everything I got. Would you be interested in seeing anything with these products? Please let me know that. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it every single time. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.